Hey, everybody. Gigi here. How you doing? Hope that you're having a wonderful Saturday. I'm I'm sorry, a wonderful Monday. It's not Saturday yet. Don't get excited. Don't leave your office. It's not Saturday. Stay at work. It's Monday. Sorry about that. I'm just getting excited. I had a good weekend. So I'm at work. It's my break time, and I thought I'd come in here and talk to you guys. I was watching the Tamron Show. I love her talk show. She's a talk show host, Tamron Hall. I don't know if you heard of her. If you haven't, Google it. And she had this woman on there who's like in her 90s, who reunited with her grandson after 10 years. And the thing that's on the grandma's bucket list was to visit all of the national parks in the United States. And at that time, she was like 80 something years old when she reunited with her grandson. I thought this was such an amazing story. And because all she used to do, first of all, she lived like in the forest. She lived like in a rural area, right? And she would just sit on her porch or take nature walks, you know, in her where she lived, which was a lot of woods and trees and forest like area, which I cannot do unless I'm with a group of people because I've watched too many scary movies. But so at this time she's like in her 80s, and she reunited with her grandson, and she has not seen the Smoky Mountains. So this is how all this started. So her grandson said, "Well, Grandma, how would you like to go on an adventure with me? How would you like to go see the Smoky Mountains?" And she goes, "Well, let's go. When can we leave? All right, let me go pack my bags." I thought that was amazing. I thought that was great. So they did that, and she did some mountain climbing at 80 something years old, y'all. So don't be crying that you're too old to do anything because you're not. So this just had me laughing because she was so spirited on Tamara Hall's show. She was just so talkative and spirited and so loving, right? And I just fell in love with this woman. And so then after that, after they accomplished that goal, the Smoky Mountains and doing some mountain climbing and stuff like that, um, then the next thing was to visit it all 63 national parks, right? And they did that. They accomplished that. She's such a nature person, love animals and things of that nature. And I was thinking, hmm, what is on my bucket list? And one of the things I just want to share with you guys, one of the things I wanted to do, one of my dreams was to start a nonprofit organization where I would take children on field trips. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I remember one of the things that I loved when I was in school, when the teachers would give us the permission slips to take home to take home to our parents for permission to go on field trips. And it could be hiking, it could be going to the museum, it could be different things. Going to see the ballet. I remember we went to go see the Nutcracker one time, and I think that was like one of the things that really got me interested in dancing. If you see my last video, I talked about how I was a dancer, right? But I remember being young, and that was one of the field trips that we went on was to go see the Nutcracker, and I was just amazed at these ballet dancers. At the time, none of them looked like me, but didn't make any difference because I thought it was amazing. And then when I got older and I learned about Dance Theater of Harlem and Alvin Ailey Dance Company, oh my God, I was blown out of the water. But getting back to my bucket list, and my question to you, before I ask the question, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, y'all, and share it if you choose to. My question to you is, what's on your bucket list? And do you mind sharing it with me, putting it down in the comments? What's on your bucket list? But the great thing that's on my bucket list is still that thing. And to narrow it down, I always wanted to go on an African safari. I've never been abroad. Is Canada considered abroad? If it is, then that's the only abroad, that's the only place I went to. Well, I went to Canada, Montreal, and I mentioned that in my last video. And I also went to I was Baja, Mexico. So I don't know if that's abroad, but those are the two places I went to. But I always wanted to go on a safari, an African safari. And now that I'm older, I want to combine my desire to go on an African safari and my desire to take children on field trips. So I want to take a bunch of kids with me on an African safari trip. That, oh my God, Lord, before I leave this earth, let me be able to do that and to see the joy on their faces because this would be so different than them going to a zoo because they would be like, we would be in a Jeep, I think. I don't know because I've never been, but from movies that I've seen, driving through the forest and these cute animals coming up to us. I want to be able to feed a giraffe. You know what I mean? So I wanted to come on here and share that with you. I have a few other things that's on my bucket list. I want to skydive because I want to there's some fears that I want to face. And one of the fears that I have is height. I have a fear of height. So I'm like, okay, one of the ways to do that is to face your fears. And you know what they say, that your fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. And so I'm like, okay, one of my fears is heights. To combat that, maybe I could do skydiving and or is I'm like, I don't know because I may have a heart attack between the plane and getting to the ground. And I won't be able to live to tell the story. But that was just one of my on my bucket list. I wanted zip lining. I would love to do that. I've never been skiing or snowboarding. I would love to do that. So I'm like constantly adding on to my bucket list. So what I've done is I've joined a few groups. What I do is because I don't want to do it by myself. I love being with other people. So they have like these Facebook groups that you could join, maybe Instagram groups you could join, people who are already doing it, these um, clubs that you could join and become a member of. I've joined a few traveling groups. And what I do, the great thing about it is if you haven't started doing it yet, what you could do is you could talk to the people, create wonderful relationships, learn about their experience. They have them share their experience with you and things of that nature. Let's see, what else do I want to do? God, my list is just endless. And I did say traveling, right? Different parts of the world I want to see. I want to travel to. What else do I want to do? Hmm. I would love to try different cuisines in the different countries that I travel to, different foods that I would know. Like I've never had alligator meat, and one person that was in Ethiopia, I think they were talking about how they would eat camel meat. I'm like, no, no. Would I eat camel meat? And I think they have this thing where they eat raw meat. Nope, nope, ain't on my bucket list. Ain't on my bucket list. I'm like, I don't mind trying different cuisines if it's cooked. Don't give me no raw anything. No raw fish, no raw chicken, no raw beef. I rather cook. I rather have it cooked, right? And then right now, at this point in my life, I'm kind of like weaning away from like beef, pork, things like that. And so I'm like in the area of just eating chicken and fish. So, oh, scuba diving. Did I tell you share that with you? Scuba diving is on my bucket list. I would love to do that. Snorkeling is on my bucket list. So things that I've never done before. Water skiing, no, I don't think so. I would love to swim with the dolphins. You know, that is on my bucket list. So, you know, my break is over. Got to go back to work, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. I love to chit chat. I love to talk, and it's like therapy for me. And you guys are a captive audience. So, what can I say? Well, thank you for visiting my channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it if you choose to, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button. So whenever I decide to want to come on here and chit chat again, you'll be notified. And one thing that I will do um, is when I do decide to move forward with the things on my bucket list, I would definitely bring you along with me so that you guys could experience the journey that I'm going on and crossing the things off my bucket list of things that I want to do. And another thing I wanted to share with you. Oh, I've never had acupuncture. How do you say acupuncture? I want to try that and see how it is. That one would be easy to scratch off. I could do it on one weekend, make an appointment to have that done. Um, yeah, yeah. So, I'll bring you guys along with it when I decide to do it and make that appointment. So it's just about getting off of the paper. So you want to get it out of I want to get it out of my head. I put it on paper and then get it on paper and just start to put things into action, Because sometimes we could like think about it and talk about it and never do anything about it. So I'm at the point in my life where I'm ready to take action. If you want to go with me, let me know. Put it in the comment and say, Gigi, when you going? And let's keep in touch. I'll definitely let you know. But on that note, I'm out of here. I got to go back to work. Hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.